Hello, welcome to Hector. My name's Joe. This is just a quick intro of how to use it. So we'll start off on the outside. If you quickly come around this way, Bradley will show you. This is the water inlet. We want to use the one that's got the tick on, not the cross. We open him up. We get our car keys. And it's this jaggedy key on here. Turn it in, open it up, and you can fill it up with water. The tank takes 110 litres for the shower. However, I'd really recommend filling it up when you arrive at your place of campsite and not whilst you're about to do a big drive, because it's really heavy. And the fuel tank is also on this side, so you'll be driving in circles. Please don't use this one. It was a mistake and you'll just flood the van. This is the 240 electric input. There's a cable in the van which connects into that. So, around the back here, this is the access to the toilet. This is the urine collection point. Basically, it's a 5 litre petrol can. I'd recommend emptying it every day, otherwise it can overflow, and please don't overflow it. Someone's done that before who's rented it, and it floods the place and stinks the place out for a long time. The number 2's in there. On the outside here as well. This is the gas. The key for it is also on your keyring, the tiny little one. Open it up. Gas bottle inside. There's plenty in it at the moment. Just turn it on, all the way off. It's labelled on the top. I recommend turning it, well, you definitely have to turn it off when you drive around, but also at night time I'd recommend turning it off too. So, inside we go in, Bradley. Get a bit of light in here before it rains. Okay, so here we are. We've got our pots and plates up the top. A little thing here just to hold it up so that you can all access it, because I appreciate you're probably not all as tall as me. If you do need to climb up, there's a ladder over here for the bed you can use. If we move over to the gas, so we've turned it on the outside. Hot water, HWC, cooker, fridge. Level means that they're all off. In order to turn them on, you push it in, turn it up, and that means that the cooker's now operational. It's just a normal gas cooker, so you turn it on, light it. The covers for these are kept in here, like this. They just pop on like this. I take them off when we move around because they fly all over the place. They can just stay in there. After using this as well, it's all been gas checked and verified, but because there is potential movability during transport, it's best to turn this back to flat after using it. Hot water the same, push it in, turn it on, and there's instructions here how to use. Essentially you press the button and it lights it, flames it, and that will give you hot water. So that works for the tap and for the shower. Okay, so that's the gas. Oh, gas as well. If we want the fridge on, turn it up so the fridge comes on. Then down here, we zoom down, Bradley, to my level so they can see this bit. Okay, forget this bit. This is for electrics, which unless you are hooked up to the mains, I'd recommend not using, because it will flood. It will drain the battery very quickly. Using it on gas is best. The instructions are, you push this in, hold it in for 15 seconds, and then click up till we get a spark. It might take a few times the first time because there's air in the chamber. So if we just wait. Not that time. Essentially, when you know it's come alive, this little red dash over here will move over into the green. Well, it hasn't done it yet, but basically that's how it works. And after the fridge takes a little while to cool down, once you have clicked it and it's worked, you turn the gas all the way up to the top, and it regulates its own temperature on the gas. Always make sure you turn it off when you're driving along as well. Okay, lights around the place. So if we move over here, we've got the stove. If it is cold enough to use, then wood is kept in this box down here underneath. This is also the storage. One second, Emily. Up here, obviously the bed, cupboards. When we're driving along, to make sure it's all locked down, the ladder has hooks on it. The hooks just go over the top here and lock in. We don't want this flying around the place when we're driving about. There's obviously cushions which go on top here. Plenty of storage in here for all your needs. If we move around here, Hector is also powered by 3 solar panels on the roof. They come down and charge up the battery as it goes along. A little light here for the electrics cupboard. Looks a little bit messy, but all electric cupboards do really. If we get it around here, Bradley, so people can just see the Stecker charge controller. This is what regulates the solar charge. So we see here at the moment it's at 100%. Basically, if you just check this occasionally, just to see if it goes down at all, if you've got lots of electrics on at the time. If you're using lights, it's very, very unlikely that the percentage will fluctuate. If you're using the inverter, then it is a potential. So if you want to charge up your phones or watch your laptops or stuff like that, then it is completely possible in Hector. The way to do it is thusly. We take hold of this red key at the bottom, plug it in here, push in and turn it up. We'll move over to the inverter, which is this red box. We click it on and a little green light appears. We then come to the input selector switch. We turn it to input 2, and now from there all your plug sockets, like these ones down here or in other various places on the wall for example, will work. When you've finished doing it, when you've charged your phone or watched your thing, then you reverse the process. So you switch off first at the plug, then come down and switch the input selection to off, then turn off the inverter and then take out the key. If you do leave that on, then it will end up draining the battery pretty quickly, because it does use quite a lot of power to invert from DC to AC. But it's pretty simple. There's also instructions here on the wall which take you through the electrics and everything I've just said as well, with images. Last thing I think is the water pump. So if we want to have pressurised water once we've filled it up outside, it just comes down to this little button here. If it's in this kind of triangle with the flat bit at the bottom, if we zoom in just so people can see, that's off. It's currently off. That's on. You can hear it making noise when it comes on. Off. So if we have it on, then we go over. There's not much water in it at the moment because I've just emptied the tank cleaning up, but it'll just flow out. And then we turn it off after use. There's a little table which goes in here, which is removable. It pops in there, lid goes on top. When you're driving around, I recommend having him in as well. So buttoning down the hatches when we're going. These all click across. All these cupboards have internal locks as well, just in here to stop this door moving. So that needs to be shut down. There's tea and stuff left inside, and a few spices and things, just so you don't have to bring your whole kitchen every time. so things just get locked down, locked. And it's kind of obvious things really. If you leave a cup on the table, then you drive off, it's going to end up all over the floor. Other bits of information, so we've done the fire, we've done gas. The shower is quite self-explanatory. You turn on the hot water if you want to have a hot shower, turn the heater on, make sure that the water pump is switched on, and then just go and shower and enjoy yourself. The toilet has a urine separator in it, which basically means you have to sit down if you're both a boy and a girl. There's one light. Yeah, and the wee-wee's collected in a separate tank. As I reiterate, please empty it probably about once a day, depending on use. I think that's probably everything. Electrics, inverter, there's lots of lights all over the place. Yeah, I hope you really enjoy Hector. There's a spare key for getting in. He has got a roller shutter on the back as well, just for extra security if you're in the city or something like that. Yeah, keys are given to you. I hope you have a brilliant time. Bradley, any questions that you've got that you think I haven't covered?
No.
No? A shake of the head. Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy.